Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, July 10th, 2023. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into Loud Majority Live. Got a big show for you guys on this Monday. New York Democrats try to change the rules to fit them. We will go over the history of redistricting here in New York and why it is we have a House majority of Republicans, despite the fact they aren't doing a damn thing anyway. We're going to dive into that. Also, we're going to talk about the tragic story of a young man from Long Island who died, who his death was able to save the lives of at least 3 people so far. It's absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, this young man's story. Also, I do want to talk about the crazy scooter shooter we had here in New York City. Some crazy young man on a scooter was running around and killed people on one of those electric bicycles that we see all over the place. And at the very end of the show, I'm going to show you guys why the UFC is and will continue to be the largest, fastest growing sport in America, because they have people like Dana White at the head of it, who doesn't take any crap from idiot reporters. But before we get started, guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the page, follow the page, like the page. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Keep sharing this video out all over the place so people can find out that we're probably going to lose the House majority in 2024. There may be 5-6 Republican seats just in the state of New York that will be up for grabs, and New York Republicans are doing a whole lot of nothing about it. They're doing a whole lot of nothing about it. But, well, what the hell would you expect from this gaggle of schmucks? But let's dive right in. This comes from Politico. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me make sure I pull this up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. New York court hears arguments to redraw the state's congressional maps. Now, what exactly would this mean? A legal challenge that could eventually give New York Democrats a second crack at redrawing congressional district lines continues to work its way through the courts on Tuesday, with a mid-level state appellate court hearing the arguments that could start redistricting by the end of the summer. So, what happened? Following the census in 2020, New York Democrats got a chance to redraw the district lines, because that's what happens. If your state, whoever is in charge of your state legislature, redraws district lines every 10 years, and they'll draw it in their favor no matter who's in power. If Republicans are in power, they'll draw it in their favor. If Democrats are in power, they will draw it in theirs. That's just the way this game works. However, Democrats, this go around in the state of New York, decided they were going to draw the district lines so insane that when George Santos sued them, yes, I want everyone to know this. I want all of my congressmen to know this. You are currently in Congress because of George Santos, because of his lawsuit. So when you guys want to go out and run your mouth and talk shit, just remember, you only have a job because he sued the state. I know we're all supposed to hate George Santos because he pretended to be a financier or whatever the hell. I absolutely couldn't care less. Matter of fact, he's going to be on the show soon. Because he's the only one with the balls enough to come on this network, unlike the rest of them. But George Santos sued the state to get the lines fixed. Mostly it was because of his district. They had his district going from Smithtown all the way up to Rye. 3 bridges, 5 counties. No, thank you. Obviously, that was an illegal drawing of the lines, and because of that, we were able to get how many seats? Let's see. D'Esposito's seat we were able to win. We were able to win Lotus seat. We were able to win Georgia's seat. We were able to win Molinaro's seat, probably Lawler, and Langworthy. That's 6 seats because of his lawsuit. 6 seats that we don't win unless George sues for it. The gerrymandered lines drawn in 2022 that would have made Democrats favorites in 22 out of the 26 congressional seats were thrown out on procedural grounds. that was the start of a rough year for Democrats in the state, who wound up only winning 15 out of the 26 seats drawn by the courts, and helped fuel the Republicans' ability to win back the U.S. House. But lawyers with ties to the National Party are now seeking to start procedures from scratch, a move that could potentially help Democrats in 2024, particularly in the New York City suburbs, where Republicans flipped 3 seats and will serve as one of the nation's top battlegrounds. When they say the New York City suburbs, if you're watching from Suffolk and Nassau, they're talking about you. Democrats are seeking to flip the seats where you live, and they will be successful unless the Republicans who are currently in power get some balls. And they don't have a lot of time to find them. We shall see what they will do. By the way, guys, that seat's always open. Anytime you want to come on. Think you got a good record, come and defend it. For all their pontificating and high-minded rhetoric about trying to defend democracy, well, here they are trying to subvert it. Rep. John Faso said, who helped guide the GOP's legal strategy around redistricting in recent years. He said after the hearing, their goal here, if they win, is to put the case back into the back rooms of Albany and D.C. so they can gerrymander the entire state. What a convoluted sentence. Maybe you should learn how to talk, John Faso. But the commission last year never got around to producing a second set of maps. The Democrat-dominated legislature drew its own lines, though they were ultimately scrapped once the courts intervened and drew the current lines in as for New York's 26 House seats. So we were able to do all that. We were able to actually give Kevin McCarthy a win because of George Santos' lawsuit. Now, obviously, you're not going to hear them say that. You're not going to hear any of them say, thank you, George Santos. It is because of you I have a job. No, they're just going to bitch and moan off in the corner while doing nothing. While doing absolutely nothing. Apparently, one of them signed, some bill about boating. They all got together and they were like, yay, we signed a bill into law that protects boaters and people who go boating. Don't really know what you guys did there. I don't really know if you have any, I don't know. But that's what Republicans do. That's what Republicans do, particularly the ones who represent New York. So... run, don't walk, see the sound of freedom. Oh, yes. Yes, the sound of freedom. That is unbelievable. I am going to see it tonight. I'm very excited. I had a busy weekend. I'm very excited. Every person I know who has seen The Sound of Freedom talks about how this movie will blow your mind. I'm a little worried if I go see it, I'm going to get a little too motivated. Just go down to the border and start, raising hell myself. Every libtard magazine, go woke, go broke. Yes, I'm actually doing a whole segment about that on my LFA show at 1 p.m. today about how Rolling Stone described 2 different films. About how Rolling Stone described 2 different films. And we're going to do a serious contrast on that. Make sure you guys go and check that out at 1 o'clock. It's going to be fun because Rolling Stone described Cuties one way and The Sound of Freedom another way, and it's incredibly interesting. So make sure you guys check that out at 1 p.m. today. Also, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Hit the follow button at the bottom of the page so you never miss out on anything we've got going on. We got some big stuff happening here, and I'm super excited about that. If you're watching on Facebook, I think we just hit 41,000 on Facebook. I'm super excited about that. Let me see here. Oh, no, 40,998. Oh, no. So if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're hitting that follow button. Hit the like button on the top of the page. So we get to 41,000. Also, I will be in West Palm Beach for the Turning Point Student Action Summit this weekend. If you are down in Palm Beach, go pick up a ticket, come down, say hello. The LFA crew will have a booth down there, so come on down, say hello, and learn how to get involved. Turning Point does phenomenal work, as you guys know. Once again, hit that thumbs up button if you're watching, or wherever you're watching. I think they're all thumbs up buttons. So back to the New York Democrats who want to redistrict Long Island. The new maps wouldn't be a silver bullet for the Democrats in New York in 2022. Even if the Democratic drawn lines had remained on the books, they would have likely only won one seat due to terrible showings on Long Island where Republicans swept all 4 seats. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I wonder if there was a movement out there that, I don't know, raised voter turnout and got people engaged. I wonder if there was a movement out there that did that. Or if the stodgy old Republican Party here on Long Island were doing the same things they've always done. No one wants to go to your fundraisers at the VFW hall. But the new maps could, even if the changes are slight, help Democrats in key congressional districts in a presidential election year in a heavy blue state. And that's going to be the biggest problem. That's where New York Republicans are going to face the biggest problem. See, what they didn't account for is that they lost 300,000 voters. I don't know where they're getting these voters from. The only way we're going to stand a chance is by favorable district lines being drawn. However, the Democrats have now put forth a bill to change those lines. What will the establishment Republicans do? I don't know. But if these Democrats redraw these lines, the way they want to, I have a feeling that Long Island, just on its own, will be 3 Democrats and 1 Republican. And that 1 Republican is a pretty crappy one, so really, it'll be 4 Democrats. That's what I believe, because that's what it would have been. I think Politico is being generous here. That's what it would have been in 2022 had the lines stayed where they were and they didn't have, if they had run somebody from the north, if they had run an Elise Stefanik, let's say, and I like Elise, if they hadn't run Long Island's favorite son, Lee Zeldin, I believe that the majority of the Long Island seats would have gone blue without the redistricting because they wouldn't have had the favorable lines or Lee Zeldin's coattails to pull on. Some of those guys in Congress, their hands are bleeding still from hanging on to Lee Zeldin's coattails. Hands are a-bleeding. So I do want to get to this very uplifting story. We talked about it on my LFA show the other day. Robert Bush, a young man from here on Long Island in Selden. He died while playing football the other day at his school. A terrible story, but it had a heartwarming end to it. Robert Bush, the Long Island football player who collapsed on the field, saves 3 lives with his organ donations. It's an incredible story. The grit and determination that marked the 17-year-old Robert Bush's life continued with the 3 lives he saved by donating his organs, family members said on Sunday. 3 individuals who live in New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts had been on the transplant list and received the teen's liver and kidneys. Bush, a member of Newfield High School's football team, died after collapsing during conditioning drills in Selden on Monday. He remained on life support while arrangements were made to donate his organs. Prove them wrong was his motto the last couple of years as far as his goals he wanted to achieve, Robert's brother said. Even after his death, we realized his motto very much still applies. What he's done, already saving 3 lives. And I'm an organ donor. I encourage everyone else to become an organ donor. I think that, there's no reason. And look, some people believe that, you should go, everything should go with you when you die. I think, take whatever you want out of me. I don't need it anymore. I encourage everyone to become an organ donor. If that's something you're willing to do, I think, I don't know what the hell on me you could possibly want, most of it's pretty run down, but, I do encourage everyone to go out and consider becoming an organ donor. This young man saved 3 lives. Saved 3 lives. So, I would urge everyone to go do that. You could save some lives. So, Before we dive into the next story about this crazy guy on a motorcycle that decided to shoot up everybody in New York City, a quick word from Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Look, you guys are going to buy MyPillow products anyway. I know you've all got them. So please do consider supporting the people who support this show. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD, for up to 80% off everything on the website. You can get your Giza Dream Sheets, your MyPillow 2.0 pillows, buy one, get one free with temperature regulating threads, so you never have to flip the pillow over because both sides remain cool. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Also, Troy, if I die, you can have my hair. Apparently, you want to have my hair if I die, Troy. So, by all means, it's yours, buddy. Guys, do hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on Rumble, make sure you're hitting that follow button. Keep sharing this video out if you're watching on Facebook. Make sure you're following the page. We're like 2 away from 41,000, which is super exciting. I like round numbers. So keep hitting that thumbs up button. Invite your friends to like the page so that they can see what's going on in our particular neighborhoods. Keep sharing this video out all over the place, so they never missed out on anything we've got going on. We're going to have some big events happening down here on Long Island, and I don't want you guys to miss out on any of that. Also, so let's dive into this new one. Apparently now it's cool to ride. You know, we used to have drive-bys where people would go in their El Caminos and shoot up the neighborhood. Now, since cars are getting so expensive, now we got people on scooters riding by and blowing people away. An elderly man was killed by a scooter-riding gunman in New York City Rampage. He was a dad of 6, and he was heading to the mosque to go pray. An elderly man was killed when a scooter-riding maniac shot him in the back this weekend. He was a beloved father of 6 who was headed to his Queens mosque to pray when he was cruelly gunned down, his son said. Cops charged the alleged gunman, Thomas Abreu, 25, from Brooklyn, with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 6 gun charges for allegedly shooting 4 people, including the 86-year-old Homod Ali. Yep, not even going to try that one. Not even going to attempt that name. Sorry, just, not going to happen. During his bloody rampage in Brooklyn and Queens on Sunday, my heart is broken. My family is all devastated, his son told the Post. We can't believe something like this would happen. It's terrible. Well, make sure you guys go out and vote for Democrats. That way, these sorts of things will continue to happen. That's what he was doing on Saturday morning when a crazed gunman rolled down the street, pulled out a handgun, and put a round into his back on Jamaica Avenue. There you go. Police sources said that Abreu had a 9mm Ghost gun equipped with an extended mag during his savage spree. So he used an illegal gun. So by all means, New York, continue to impose gun laws on law-abiding citizens because this idiot had an illegal firearm. Here's the problem with all things Democrat, is that this guy will probably be, he's been charged with murder. He'll probably get, 25 to life. Be out on parole in what? 12? Be out on parole in 12. Oh, this coming in right now from the AP. I'll get to that in a minute. That's pretty good. That's pretty interesting. So he'll probably get 20 to life. be out on parole in 12. It's going to happen. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Because that's just the way these things operate. That's just the way this happens. He'll be out on the street in a decade. He'll be out on the street in no time. Ooh, one more story before we head out today. This just came across the wire from the Associated Press. Apparently, disgraced former sports doctor Larry Nassar was stabbed multiple times in Florida. Larry Nassar, of course, the infamous molester from the U.S. women's national gymnastics team. He was also I believe he was the trainer at Michigan State. Got like 100 years in jail for molesting gymnasts over the course of years. He has been stabbed multiple times in an altercation with another inmate in Florida's federal prison. Two people familiar with the matter told Associated Press the attack happened Sunday at the United States Penitentiary Coleman in Florida. The people said he was in stable condition on Monday. One of the people said he had been stabbed in the back and in the chest. The people were not authorized to publicly discuss the details of the attack or the ongoing investigation and spoke with the Associated Press on the condition of anonymity. Nassar was sentenced to decades in prison for sexually assaulting gymnasts, including many Olympic gold medalists. Nassar is serving decades in prison for convictions in state and federal courts. He admitted sexually assaulting athletes when he worked in Michigan State and USA Gymnastics, which trains most of our Olympians. Separately, Nassar pleaded guilty to possessing child porn. More than 100 women, including Olympic gymnast Simone Biles, collectively sought more than $1 billion from the federal government because the FBI knew about this and refused to stop him. When agents became aware of the allegations in 2015, he was arrested by Michigan State University Police in 2016, more than a year later. So these girls went to the FBI. The FBI did nothing, and then they had to go to University Police. University Police, guys who probably make $21 an hour and don't even get a pension. They arrested Larry Nassar, but the FBI didn't. Shocker, go figure. Michigan State, which was accused of missing chances over many years to stop Nassar, agreed to pay $500 million to 300 women and girls who were assaulted by him. USA Gymnastics and USA Olympic and Paralympic Committee made a $380 million settlement. So Larry Nassar has been stabbed repeatedly. Good. I'm happy he's not dead because I would very much enjoy him to spend more time in jail getting some of that on a repeated basis. We know that happens to these people in jail. So Larry Nassar, hope in addition to getting a good stabbing, you're also getting a good stuffing. So that just came across the AP wires right now. If you're watching on YouTube, or watching on Rumble, hit that thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the follow button. If you're watching on Facebook, do invite your friends to like the page. We're like 2 away, and I know we can get 2 out of this show. Tag your friends, invite your friends to like the page so they never miss out on anything we've got going on. Look, guys, we are rolling in to local elections here. We are rolling in to local elections, and we're going to need everybody's help once time gets going. So do hit the thumbs up button. So you never miss out on anything we've got going on. I want to, something happened at the UFC event last week, or the other day. No, it wasn't the standing ovation Donald Trump got, although he did. Apparently, there was some trash talking going on between 2 fighters. And this is how you deal with stupid reporters, with stupid-ass reporters who ask stupid-ass questions. This is how you deal with them. Go, Dana White.
You know, I know you say, hey, this is the fight business. People say nasty things, right? But the tension between those two and kind of the racial undertones and all those things, how do you...
What were the racial undertones?
Drigga says he's the real African fighter, and so, you know, Israel dropped some N-words in there tonight.
So what was the racial? Who did? Who dropped the racial?
Israel was saying over and over, yeah.
He's black.
50 N-bombs in there.
Okay, he's black. Who gives a shit?
I was going to say, so you don't have any concern about the way the build-up, the tension between those two?
I could care less. This is the fight business. Israel Adesanya, you can say whatever you want to say. Who gives a shit? Why, are people bitching about that?
Some people,
Of course they are. Oh, fucking A. All right, got it. Yeah. Too fucking bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Last thing for me, then, I just want to add.
And that's how you deal with idiots. So you got two black guys fighting each other, fighting. Their goal is to beat the shit out of one another. Trash talking goes back, and the dumb white reporter immediately tries to find a racial angle. Dana White shut that down real quick. He may not be the hero we want, but he's the hero we deserve. Dana White. Guys, pulling up on 9 o'clock. I want to let you guys know once again, this weekend I will be in West Palm Beach at Turning Point Action. If anybody's down in Florida or wants to go, there's still tickets available. Donald Trump will be there. Tucker Carlson will be there. Big people will be there. So if you guys want, head on down to Turning Point Action. It's a really good time. If you guys want to get involved in the movement on a national level, meet some of your favorite podcast and news hosts. They'll all be down there. Guys, make sure you guys head on over to LFA TV. That's rumble.com/LFA TV. Jeremy Harrell starting with Rise Up in a couple of minutes. Also, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out the shop. Use promo code RUMBLE for 20% off everything at checkout. That's promo code RUMBLE for everything, for 20% off everything at checkout. Guys, I will see you guys back at 1 p.m. on LFA TV. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. And until next time, everybody, stay loud.